Alright, what's up guys? How's it going? Today we're going to be talking about BFA Pathfinder. We're going to be talking about how to get it really quick, the do's and don'ts, and yeah, it's going to be talking about flying in general. So before we get into it, trying to start getting back into YouTube a bit, so if this video helps out, please leave a like, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff that you got to do that I don't really know too much about at the moment. And yes, I also stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Remaltso. Link will be in the description below. Please check that out as well. It really helps out. Leave a follow. You get to see when I'm live. I'm trying to stream more as well. Been streaming for about 6-7 years now, but I'm trying to get back into it as well. So yeah, so just going to be going over sort of flying today. I've got sort of a few friends that are trying to get back into flying and stuff. And yeah, pretty much, well, I've got friends that are trying to get back into WoW, and you know, they're like, well, obviously flying in BFA is a big thing. Without flying, the game's pretty difficult, or you know, it's hard to get to places, especially like dungeons and raids really quick without it. So yeah, people want to know sort of what's the best way to get flying. So I'm just gonna go through that right now. Yeah, a bit about me. I've been playing BFA on and off, and I've seriously been back into playing for the past 3 or 4 months. So I'm currently pretty high level right now. Almost up 479, which is pretty nice. So basically just trying to push my raid of IO. Alright, so, you know, let's go into it first. Why should you go for flying? Well, as I said, flying is very important for getting around, you know, all the zones in BFA. I forgot what they're called. You know, Zandalon, Kulturas. So they're very useful to, it's very useful to just navigate when you're doing your world quests and stuff, and just flying around in general. Now, BFA is probably a bit boring without it as well. So it gives you something to do, I think, especially now that we've got like 3 or 4 months between, you know, between where we are right now and Shadowlands release. So it's something good to do. You get an achievement, you get a mount for it, which I will show you right here. Forgot the exact name of it, but I recognize the color when I see it. There we go, Wonderwing. So you get this mount as well, which is pretty nice. So I'll just go ahead and mount. Let me just double check that I'm actually recording. Yes, I am. Okay, sweet. I have to double check that. Okay. I do need a video editor, by the way, as well. So if anyone knows of any video editors, or if you are one, please hit me up, because at the moment, when I post my YouTube videos, they're completely unedited. So they're quite long, but I'm trying, if I had a video editor, I'd be able to cut it down, and it'd be more professional, I guess. So, but yeah, this is the mount that you get. It's a pretty nice mount. Yeah. It's not my favorite BFA mount, but it's a cool one, and like I said, you get an achievement for it. So if you're a big achievement hunter, it's another good important thing to get. So I've got my list. I'm just sort of rattling through my list, make sure I don't miss any points that are important. Yeah, so an important thing to remember is that when Shadowlands comes out, they'll get rid of Legion flying. Like in terms of the requirements, sorry. So Legion will still used to be able to fly, but there'll be no requirements to there'll be no sort of, you know, the Pathfinder achievements and stuff that you have to get for Legion. Yeah, none of that. They get rid of all that. And same with Draenor for WoD. They get rid of the Pathfinder achievement for that. So I'm quite lucky. So I didn't do any of the Pathfinding for Draenor when I played WoD, and I didn't do any of the stuff for Legion either, any of the Pathfinder achievements. But that's fine, you know. People have been trying to grind out recently because there's been increased rep buffs, but I would say, yeah, don't bother, because in Shadowlands they're getting rid of those. So everyone will have flying from level 30, I believe. There is a blue post here, right here. Let me just make sure you can see that. Yep. So that's the wrong one, actually. It's this one here. So they basically confirmed here that yeah, it's flying will no longer be required. Pathfinder achievements, I mean, and you'll now get it as part of level 30 expert flying, so that's pretty nice. But the thing to remember is that you still can get the achievements and the mounts that are associated with them, but you have to do Pathfinder. It's just Pathfinder's not required for the flying anymore. So if you want achievements and the mounts, you still got to do that, unfortunately, which is kind of annoying. And yeah, in terms of Shadowlands, yes. How is flying going to work? Shadowlands will use the same system as Legion and BFA, so you got to unlock it. Now it's also important to remember that BFA flying will still be achievement bound in Shadowlands, so you'll still need the achievement to fly in Shadowlands. They're not getting rid of it like they are with Legion or WoD. So definitely worth getting right now. You've got 3 or 4 months to go and get it. No excuse. Go and grind it out. It only takes a couple of weeks. So yeah. Anyway, that's like my sort of 3 or 4 minute intro. Let's get into it. So first thing I would suggest is going to Wowhead, putting your going to this link up here. So I'll give you the exact link. It's this one here. So you go to wowhead.com/flying. You put in your region, you put in your realm, and you put in your character name, whatever it is, and then it'll take you to this here when you fill it all in. This is very handy. So you can track the different flying pathfinders. So you got the WOD Pathfinder achievement here. See, I've not 100%ed it, so I haven't got the achievements for it, and I've got flying. Same with Legion. I didn't really play Legion, so I've not really got those either. And this is my BFA. So BFA is broken down into 2 parts: part 1, part 2. So the first part, I'll sort of go through these. I'll leave the second part because that's the rep, and we'll go into that later. So first of all, to get flying, you need part 1 and part 2. Okay. So part 1. Let's go into this. This track is very good because it will actually it updates sort of every day, and it gives you a percentage. So it's very nice to see how far you are through your achievement. It's a good indicator. So sometimes you're like, oh my god, I feel like I'm not really getting close, you know. But then you might be like, you know, it might be like 60%. You're like, oh, I'm over halfway. So it's a good, it's good to see if you're on track. It's a good bit of motivation, I guess, as well. So yeah, so first part is the Explorer. So basically, you just have to go and fly around all of the 6 zones. So if I get my map up here, so you got to fly around Tirigard Sound, Stormsong Valley, Drusvar, and then you got to do the Horde ones as well. So Zuldazar, Voldun, and Nazmir. Just fly around them, and you should get the exploration achievements for each zone. Let's see. So it's these ones here. So if you've as with any sort of exploration, if you think you've done most of it, but you're like, oh, I don't know which one I need, maybe you've just got one missing. Have a look which one you're missing on here. Google it. Go to Wowhead and try and find a map, and you can see where the zone is that you're missing, and then you can go and fly there, or you can, you know, go on your ground mount because you aren't flying yet, and you can do that. So you've got to get those 6 unlocked. Once you've got those achievements, that's the exploration done, and you get the Explorer. Then you got the Diplomat. Okay, so yeah, Diplomat I will move on to soon because that is the reputation one. So there's 6 reputations you need in BFA. Yeah, we'll go over that in a minute. You need wide world of quests. So this is from 100 different world quests. So the world quests, if you don't know, or if you go on the map, I have an achievement. I have an add-on, by the way, which is a very helpful add-on. Let me see if I can find the name of it. I've had it for a while. I think it's called, begins with World Quest, I think. Let's have a look. World Quest Tracker, yeah. So it makes it easier. It basically puts all of your world quests on the side here, so you can easily see what there is. So if I go into the zone here, it shows me all the different world quests available for the zones. Very handy. And then if you go into the zone as well, it'll tell you down the side here. It will sort of, if you hover over it, it'll tell you which one it is. And it's very handy because you can see, oh, I've got 2 Azerite ones here, I've got 2 War Resource ones, 1 Gold one, etc, etc. So if you need it, and you can see if you need a specific rep, the reps are down here. So a lot of them are Proudmoore, one is Champions of Azeroth, and one's Tortolan, and it tells you time left. So yeah, these are the world quests. So you basically just go around when you hover every one of these is a world quest. So you got to do 100 of them. It's not that hard really. You can see I've got what, maybe 20 on here. Again, maybe 20 there, so it doesn't take long. Go and do them, grind it out. It's a bit of a grind, but that's the way it is, unfortunately. That's World of Warcraft. It won't take that long, promise. Do that for maybe like a week and you'll have it. And that's quite easy one, really. And again, when you're doing those world quests, they also count towards your emissaries. So you get one of these every day, and you have to do 3 or 4 quests for them, depending on what it asks you to do, and then you unlock like a big reward. They're still worth doing if you're an in-game player like myself, because you get 250 echoes, and obviously echoes can be spent on either corruption, or if you don't need any more corruption because you're corrupted, you're up to like 39 corruption or 59 corruption, and you've got like the best in slot corruptions, you can still use them to buy your vials. So you can get, it's equivalent to sort of 10,000 visions. So you go to Mother, and she will sell you a vial, and you can do a vision run for can't remember the exact amount. I think it's is it 10,000 echoes? Maybe 10,000 echoes, maybe less. Can't remember exactly how much that is, but yeah, go spend your echoes, and that's how you you get a free vision run for each one of them. It might be 2 or 4K, I can't remember, but I'd have to double check on that one. Okay, Lawmaster. So for these ones, this one's saying I've not completed it. I don't know why, because I believe I have. I think that might just be a bug. But essentially, yeah, what you have to do is you have to go and do all the storylines. This is quite a grindy one as well. So basically, you've got to see through every quest line in each zone to the end. Okay. Now it's important to note that this is only for Alliance. So if you're Alliance, you only got to do the 3 Alliance zones. If you're Horde, you only got to do the 3 Horde zones. You haven't got to waste your time going and doing the Horde storylines. Okay. So it's also very important to note as well that not all of the quest lines you have to do, because there is side quests. Now, some of the side quests are not necessarily part of that achievement. So what springs to mind immediately is stuff around sort of, I think it's the Core Lane village, around this mine here, I think, or this sort of village here. There is quests around here that I still haven't done, but they are not part of the achievement. Now, Wowhead's very good because if you click on the achievements, if you always need help, always click on it. And if you get to comments, people will tell you what you need to do. So people will post here the links, or they'll post the quest chains, okay? So you can see if you need to do it. And generally, if it's, these are the best ones here, the tables. If it's usually not part of this table, then you probably don't need it. So always check to see if the quest name is like in one of these tables and to see whether you actually need it, because you might be wasting your time doing a side quest that you don't need to do for the achievement. So that saves you a bit of time straight away. So yeah, basically just follow these tables through. This guy's done quite a good job of it. You just follow these quests through. You can see where you're up to. So you might be like, oh, I'm on Labor Dispute. I'm halfway through this storyline here. So you go through, you complete all of them. Looks like a lot, but a lot of them are, you know, not too grindy. You've probably done a lot of them when you're leveling already. So yeah, just go and complete all those. There's 3 different ones. So again, you can click on the different ones. So I think we were on a sound plan there. So we go to the other ones, comments. Scroll down, you can see the table, go complete all those, and you get that achievement. So you get those 3 different achievements there. And once you get all those 3 different achievements, you get Lawmaster. And then last one is Ready for War. Okay, so you get Ready for War by doing the War Campaign. So War Campaign usually pops up on your quest log up here, if you've not done it. Basically just, yeah, to go and get this, you just do all those quests as part of that. Now, again, if you go to the Ready for War page on Wowhead, if you go to comments, you can sort of see what you need to do. And this one's very good because a lot of people say, "Oh, I can't do this quest yet," or "It's not available." Check that you've done the quest before it, and also see if you meet the prerequisites. Okay, so to actually start the War Campaign, you have to do Ready for War. So again, if you've not even done Ready for War, go and see what that involves. So go to comments. And you can see all this. So you need you need this achievement before you start it. So make sure you've done all the prerequisites. This will leave me around in a loop, but make sure you've meet all these. If you're looking for flying, you should already be 120, so you should be up to here. But you can see here, this is when it gets so up to here is like a level requirement. Then past here, you essentially need rep to progress. So a lot of people are like, oh, I can't see the next one. That's probably because your rep's not high enough with 7th Legion. So you can see here you need to have 4.5k out of 6k, and then you're slowly getting like friendly, honored, revered, and that sort of thing. And then the final one, you need revered to get this to unlock this last quest line. So make sure you have the right rep. 7th Legion rep is quite easy to get. So I'll go over that in a sec. But yeah, 7th Legion, you can do from quite a bit. You can do the war fronts. I believe a lot of quests count towards it as well. Yeah, if you need a guide for that, just let me know and I can put you in the right direction for that. Let me just get my to-do list up again. Another thing I would say as well. So I'll go over this in a second. But contracts is a big thing. So when you're working through all these quests, if you got a contract up, you will get bonus rep. So I'll talk about that in a minute. That's always a nice thing. So yeah, so we've sort of covered on those. Essentially just see all those through. That's Ready for War. So yeah, once you've done those 4 different things, then you should have part 1. Then it moves on to part 2. So part 2 basically involves, you need part 1. And then you also need these last ones here. So you need to explore Mechagon, Nazjatar, Rustbolt, and Wayblade. Okay, so sorry, you don't need to explore Rustbolt or Nazjatar. I was lying there. What you have to do is you have to explore Mechagon and Nazjatar. So for those who don't know, Nazjatar is... Do I even know? Yeah, I do. Well, let's go with Mechagon first, because I don't know why my brain was taking me to Mechagon. So Mechagon's over here, top left corner. Find it there, just go and unlock all that. Walk around it, doesn't take that long really. Nazjatar, you take the portal, and it takes you to here. So the portal is in this room down here. Go into here, and where is it? It's there. Take that portal there, and you'll get it. And you'll go to there. Just fly around. Then the next thing is getting the reps for those two. So yeah, we'll go through the reps because you need those 2 reps. They're the 2 sort of new factions when they came out, or the 2 new groups or whatever you call them. So we'll group them. We'll talk about all the reps together now. So Azerothian Diplomat. So there's 6 reps there, and then there's the 2 reps as well, the new ones. I say new. Yeah, so let's go through these. So for the 6 reps here, the original ones, where are they? 7th Legion, Champions of Azeroth, Order of Embers, Proudmoore, Stormwake, and Tortolan. Okay, so 3 of those straight off the bat are the ones for the different zones. So you got Proudmoore, which is Tiragard Sound, which is this zone that I'm currently in here. You've got Order of Embers, which is Drustvar, and you've got the other one, which I can't remember. Stormsong is Stormwake. Okay, so then you got 7th Legion, which again is, like I said, it's like the Warfront. It's the assaults. No one really does them anymore, but the assaults is when like the Horde invade or the Alliance invade if you're playing Horde. The invaded zone, and if you do the 4 or 5 different quests there, you get rep for that as well. And that counts towards 7th Legion. And you also get, it says here actually, because I have a 7th Legion one. Warfronts, assaults, and I think Zandalar, some Zandalar quests might count towards it as well. So it's not too hard to get 7th Legion, really, to be honest. It's quite easy. So 7th Legion is quite easy. Champions of Azeroth, again, what you get Champions of Azeroth rep from different places, but one of the places you'll get it from is either doing the quest lines or by doing the Champions of Azeroth, or the Azerite, sorry, world quests that pop up. So let's see if I can find any straight off the bat. So there used to be Azerite ones. So if you hover over it, you can find out there's one there. So it's an Azerite one. So Champions of Azeroth rep. You see the other ones here are 7th Legion. So yeah, so you get 7th Legion from Zandalar. So all these world quests here are 7th Legion or Champions of Azeroth, because they're the Horde zones. And then these are the other 3 zones. So you get 3 reps from these. 1 rep from Zandalar, yeah. And then you get another rep from Zandalar, which is the Champions of Azeroth. Although you can also get Champions of Azeroth rep in Cult of Rust as well. So let's see if I can find one here. It's an Azerite one. Yeah, I might not have any up at the moment. So there we go. There's one. So they're usually quite easy. So go do those. That's the 5 reps we've been through. The last one is Tortolan. Tortolan's a bit more difficult because again they're a bit more rare. Tortolan doesn't really have a specific zone. It's just again it's split between the 2 zones. So again, having this add-on is really helpful because you can just see where it is. So here we go. We've got a Tortolan one right here. So we've got one there. So speak to Scroll Sage, and that's usually either like a matching game or one with rescuing the turtles into the ocean. And then we got one here as well, or it could be drawing a pattern on the ground, for instance. Go do those. You can also get Tortolan in Zandalar as well. So check both zones for those. They can be a bit harder to get, but you sometimes get a mystery quest for Tortolan, like this one. Go do your mystery quest. If you're trying to get reps, these are very good rep boosts. So make sure you do all of these. If you need reps, go do them. They are amazing. You get like 2,000 rep for each one. So I'll show you my reps. So you get Paragon reps once you get to max exalted. Once you get 10,000 over exalted, you get a bonus reward, and then it resets back to 0 out of 10,000 again. So the only one I don't have exalted is Rustbolt. I'll explain, but that's very difficult to get exalted with. Well, it's not difficult, but it's very grindy. So what I'd recommend buying is a contract. So what a contract does is it gives you usually either +10 or +12 bonus rep for each quest in Zandalar or Cult to Rest that you complete. Go do those. Very, very important. Always have a contract up at all times. So I've got one up right now for Mines for Rust Bolt. I would probably say whatever one is your least, whichever one is the lowest rep and you're struggling with it, go get a contract for that. For me, it was different ones, but then now it's always Rust Bolt I'm struggling with, so I have a Rust Bolt contract. But it might be that you're really struggling with Tortolan and your other ones are really high. So go get a contract for the lowest one, and it'll just give you a nice little boost. It's not loads, but hey, you know, it's better than nothing, alright? It's better than nothing. So go do that. And yeah, it's a nice little bonus. You can see here you've got pretty much all the reps that you need. So go find the one that you need. You also got Rajani, which is quite good, and Ankoan. They're for like the sort of visions, the N'Zoth places here. So you got the Ul'dah one, you got the Vale one as well. Alright, so the last two reps you need are Rust Bolt and Waveblade. So Rust Bolt's the one that I found really difficult. So those are the two new zones. So Waveblade is in Nazjatar. So this one's quite easy. Just go and do all the quests here. And again, you get an emissary. So go do those. It's fairly self-explanatory, really. Now, the last one is Rust Bolt. That's the last one I'm struggling with. And the reason why is because Rust Bolt is like the only one that does not really have an emissary quest. So every other one has pretty much an emissary quest, but Rust Bolt does not, which is really annoying. Because like I said, these emissary quests provide a nice little boost. You provide like 2,000 rep each time you complete it. So the only way to really do Rust Bolt is just grind these world quests. And I think doing dungeons sometimes provide a bit of rep as well, not much, but I might need a bit of clarity on that. But yeah, I think the main way is sort of just grinding out the world quests. Unfortunately, it takes a bit of time, but yeah, it sort of is what it is, really. Takes a bit of time, but yeah, the reps are definitely the biggest thing that will slow you down. The other ones are very easy to do. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it, really. I'm just checking if I covered everything that I wanted to go through. But yeah, this guide is like ridiculously helpful. Like, I cannot recommend it enough. Yeah, make sure you do all your sort of emissaries and stuff and your world quests, and especially if you're gearing up as well, because they're very good. If you're low eye level, you can get like up to 420 gear usually, or if it's a dungeon one, you can get like 430, I think. So it's always very nice gear that you can get if you're trying to gear up. Obviously, once you reach a point that you don't need it anymore, then you don't need to do them. If you don't need the rep. But if if you're just trying to gear up, yeah, I always recommend do world quests until you're geared, because it's a very good way to get gear, and it scales up to a certain point. And then after a while, you can then start to go and do mythic dungeons or raiding, all that fun stuff. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Just trying to think of any more tips I would recommend. Yeah, obviously it gets 10 times easier once you get flying, because you can fly everywhere. And I think once you've got it on one character, then you have it on your ults as well. I only really main one character, but I think you can, yeah, you unlock it. It's basically account wide. And one thing I would also recommend as well is trying to unlock all the flying paths. So that's very helpful when you don't have flying. So you can get eventually you will unlock a 7th Legion skeleton map. And you can use it on your ults as well, if they're trying to unlock all the flying paths. So yeah, try and unlock all the flying paths. That's very helpful, and it just makes traveling around that tiny bit easier, really. Yeah, having flying is 10 times easier, because it means that you can get, when you start doing mythic dungeons and stuff, it means that you can get there very easy, and people aren't waiting for you to fly to the flight path and then use the ground mount to get there. So for instance, if you go to Waycrest, the nearest flight point is like there, so then you've got to like walk there. It just takes a bit of time. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna wrap the video up. I probably like talked a bit long, but yeah, I think. So I was just making sure that it was still recording. I saw live and I was like, damn, this is not recording. But no, it is recording. I do need a video editor, so holler at your boy. I definitely need to cut my videos. But yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Just going like having one last look through them. Yeah, just you got to complete the quests. I would honestly recommend like just looking through these. They've even got YouTube guides, which is very helpful as well, which is follow through the quest. If you're really struggling with one, or you're trying to find where the mob is, or you can't find that little item. I'm getting a phone call here, which is not good. If you're getting if you're really struggling with an item, then you could just sort of look on these guys, and someone will be able to show you where the thing is. Sometimes there's like a tiny little thing you have to click, and you're like, where the hell is it? Where the hell is it? So yeah, if you watch the guide, it'll point it out for you, which is very handy. But yeah, that's pretty much it really. Like I said, reps are the biggest barrier, but yeah, it's got to grind it out. Do everything you can. Make sure you do everything in the game. You know, I always say this, but just, yeah, try and do as much as you can. Do Iron Expeditions every week. Do the emissaries. Do some of these quests that you get here. You get one from here. And yeah, just do everything. Try and get your weekly chest. And you'll soon get geared, and you'll soon get flying. Just do everything that's available to you, pretty much. Yeah, and try and do missions as well if you can. You know, it only takes like a second, and again, you can get rep from these. So I have a good little add-on, so you can get 7th Legion rep or whatever you need. So if you need Stormwake, go do these. I can do my Titan Residuum one, which is quite nice now. I got an add-on as well, which optimizes my my missions, so it gives me the best percent based on the available troops, which is quite nice. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. Like I said, I'm gonna try and wrap up now. So I've tried to cover most things I wanted to. If I missed anything important, I'll put it in the description below. And yeah, as always, sort of any questions, pop them in the comments below, and I'll try my best to answer them. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks guys for watching. And hopefully I'll try and start making more videos as Shadowlands starts to come out. So if this helped, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video or on my stream. Have a good evening. Peace out, guys. Good night.